Good morning, happy Sunday. Since I can't get my camera to focus, I thought I'd show you right here. My yellow iris is blooming. It's so sweet. I only have one. I didn't plant it myself, and it blooms every year and looks super pretty. So, also back there, I showed it a second ago, my lilac bush is blooming, and it smells so nice. Especially right now. What time is it? It's like 7 a.m. It's Sunday. We're going for the walk to get the paper. Mo's going to the bathroom. It's quiet. It's just me. It's quite lovely. But the lilac bush just smells, and the perfume goes out in the air. It's just quite lovely. I'm just waiting for everybody to get up. Like I said, it's early. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning. So yesterday was power washing for pretty much, and then today I have some more gardening stuff to do. I really have like one more gardening project. It's that hydrangea that you first saw, the limelight hydrangea, and those things get big. It's done so well since I got it. When I got it, it was probably like a month ago. It was just little sticks, and now it's pretty much like doubled, even tripled in size. So I really need to get that planted in the landscape. I'll show you that later. My plan is to, over the years, to, what's it called, propagate it and make it into a limelight hedge. Can I do it? I don't know. We're going to do that. Also, it's Sunday maintenance stuff now. I need to do the liquid fence around to keep the deer out. And now, since I have flowering annuals, I need to start my weekly fertilizing thing. So for the supertunias, because they put out so many blooms, they just inhale fertilizer. So I give them Miracle-Gro weekly. And some of the other plants I will too. Especially ones that are flowering, they need the extra energy. That's the plan for today. And then for dinner, I think because I'm going to be outside most of the day, we're going to do, and it's cooler today. I think it's only going to be 60. I need to get rid of these roasts in my freezer. They're taking up so much space. So we're going to do a chuck roast of some kind. I don't know if we're going to do Instapot or if we're going to do slow cooker. I haven't quite figured that out, but it's been thawing in my fridge, so I have to do something with that after breakfast. So yeah, Sunday fun day. Just finished taking down a tree, and a whole bunch of branches that were kind of just like hanging over the lawn and hitting him when he was mowing the lawn actually looks, it looks so much better. So I have right here, just getting nice and wet, is my Firelight hydrangea by Proven Winners. This is going to get massive. It's little now. These guys can get up to like 6-8 feet tall and wide, which is perfect for that area. Our neighbors have a bunch of little dogs, and they have a fenced-in yard. They're really sweet and cute, but they love to bark at us when we're in our own front lawn. So I'd love to just kind of create a natural barrier there. I had thought about things like arborvitae trees and whatnot, but I didn't want anything that looked too harsh. And this is kind of a part sun shaded area. I feel like these hydrangeas would look really nice. The only thing is the deer problem. So I'm going to have to liquid fence them a lot. And I'm going to start propagating them by taking clippings and putting them on the deck and see if I can start making a limelight hedge. That's what I'd ideally like, to kind of block the fence the warm months of the year. And then during the winter it's all sticks and it looks natural-ish, I think. So that is the plan. Matt's getting the tractor now to dig up some, I guess, native shrubs. The root systems was kind of big and hard to get with the shovel. So he's going to dig those up. We're going to plant the one, put landscaping fabric, the rest of the wood chips, and the wood chips are, not wood chips, the mulch is done. Then I have to go in with this little monster to give him lunch and put him down for a nap. And I should probably get dinner going at the same time. So let me spin you around. Funday is going. My contacts are driving me nuts, so I took my contacts out, put my glasses in. It took me 2 hours to get Paul down for his nap, and it started raining. There was no rain on my forecast this morning, so we'll have to postpone my poor little hydrangea. Maybe I can get him in tomorrow when Matt gets home from work. But in the meantime, I thought I would make some chocolate pudding from scratch. We have some milk that needs to go. That usually never happens in my house, but it's getting there. And I was hoping it actually used more than the recipe asked for, but it calls for 2 cups of milk. So I think then I only have a little bit more. Maybe we'll make mac and cheese or something tomorrow like that, and then it'll be gone. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. This is from the Betty Crocker cookbook. Cover and refrigerate for an hour, so it should be ready for dessert time. Okay, so I'm going to get the pudding going here in this little pot. I'm going to start off with a 1/2 cup of white sugar. To that, I'm going to add 1/3 cup of baking cocoa powder, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. I almost forgot what that was. 1/8 teaspoon of salt, so I'm just going to put some in my hand here. Okay, so let me go ahead and mix this. Okay, so I have 2 egg yolks in this Pyrex bowl. It doesn't have a handle, so let's see if I yell at myself for doing that. And the egg whites I am not wasting. Those are in another bowl, and I will have them in an omelet or something tomorrow. It says gradually stir in the milk. Again, that's 2 cups of milk, whole milk. And then it said to cook this over medium heat until mixture thickens and boils about 1 minute. Okay, see how thick it got so fast? So now I'm going to just pour some here into this bowl. I'm going to try not to pour it directly on the egg yolks, just a little bit. Like that much. I need to wipe this off. Take it off the stove for just a sec. Mix these guys in here. And then I'm going to pour this all back into my pot. So this is with the egg yolks. And this is that fancy term called tempering. Okay, so now I'm going to put all of this with the eggs back on the stove just for like a minute. I'm actually going to turn this down because it's getting a little crazy. Okay, so that looks good. And then what I'm going to add in here, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of my homemade vanilla. 1, 2, that smells so good. And then the recipe calls for this for the vanilla, but it says to omit it for the chocolate, but it was about 2 tablespoons of butter, but I'm going to go ahead and add that in. Oh, I never turned my burner off. Lovely. So that looks good. Basically just melting the butter. It makes it like super glossy and pretty. And then I can already see some lumps in here, whether that's egg, something from the bottom of the pan, the cocoa powder that never dissolved. I always like to just strain mine. So I'm going to switch here. Put my bowl here, my sieve. And then I'm going to pour this deliciousness all in here. And the recipe does not call to sieve it. I just always do this, just in case. It goes through really fast. Okay, so this guy is still hot, but I'm gonna just put the lid on him, put him in the fridge, and then he's ready for dessert. I will say some people put cellophane on top. You can do that if you want to. I just don't want to be bothered.